They're doing their work inside. Texas Tech 6 of 8 from 3 is Darrion Williams to miss, but got his own miss. And the putback off the heel of the rim, but another offensive rebound.
Coach Drew was just saying they were rebounding the ball well, not on this possession.
Darrion Williams, 3!
He deserved it. You get 2 offensive rebounds. You deserve that shot.
And missing everything, Chance McMillan, but kept alive by Texas Tech.
That's the conference player of the year, diving out of bounds to secure this extra possession.
Darrion Williams makes him pay.
But was ready and had his feet set underneath him. Norchad Omier carves out so much space to get the offensive board.
10-3 for the Red Raiders.
I'd throw to Federico right now. He's got VJ Edgecombe on him. Just duck in. But Federico's standing behind him, allowing him to push him out of the way.
Darrion Williams, 4 threes. That's the 11th.
Which is why they just drew that foul there.
6th team foul on Baylor. The next one puts Texas Tech into the bonus. As Darrion Williams goes inside and with his strength is able to get to the middle and flip it up and in. Bears have scored 6 straight. They've made 4 of their last 5 shots and trimmed what was a 15-point deficit to 8. Loose ball picked up. Christian Anderson launched.
Too much on the outside. Somebody's got to punch the gap of the zone defense.
Shot clock winding down. Darrion Williams has to launch. Norchad Omier, rebound number 11.
It's a bad possession.
And he was walking a very fine line there. Almost got a technical after the foul with his reaction to the foul call. Darrion Williams missing the 3. JT Toppin pulls it down. It got.
Someone's going to flash down high post. Toppin's buried right now.
Step back. And the miss from Darrion Williams.
I like to throw the wing attack his zone. Flash, cut, move with purpose.
Let's check in with Chris.
That's exactly what Grant McCaslin was preaching during that timeout, is that they want them to get to the rim. He said, you got to stay patient. Just don't.
Engaged, and then do that little short roll and try to get him the ball there.
Darrion Williams spinning, gets inside, then missed underneath, and it's out of bounds. We're going the other way.
Conference in assists per game, number 3 in black. Darrion Williams pulls up. No good. The rebound to Phillips.
The outfit even all the way down to the purse like we saw earlier. The ensemble is clean.
And she can go left and right, unlike Zoolander. Both ends of the floor for one of the odds-on favorites to win Big 12 Player of the Year, King.
Well, he definitely has my vote.
And Darrion Williams with the sweet J from 2 for number 15 in black. Now Darrion Williams for 3. And they might count that bucket.
And get high percentage shots.
There was a look at that Texas Tech starting lineup. They got 3 guys in the top 15 in the Big 12 in scoring. No other team has 2. Darrion Williams tried for 3. Yakomovsky skies for the board.
Yeah, that's
a deal because he is an elite athlete. Speaking of elite athletes, Darrion Williams, the definition of versatility, up and in off the window.
Well, you see it right there, right? The power, this
moxie staying together off that spin move, but is denied at the hoop.
Yeah, I don't know if Toppin's going to get a block shot, but he definitely got a fingertip on that.
Darrion Williams from the corner says, don't forget about. Wisely finds Hawkins. Hawkins gets a screen from Toppin, whips it across to Darrion Williams. You know that's going up, and you know it's going in.
Well, Colorado, you just can't. Big, wide body, and he uses it to his advantage. You wouldn't have seen that same move out of him in January, but now in March, it looks like it's been doing it his whole life.
That's a great call. He's really continued to. Williams. Moving on, Bangkok Dak, floating right over the outstretched arm of the big fella for 2.
Hey, I don't know low block. He didn't throw it to him that time, but he really established some low post presence on Malone.
Williams tees up a tray. Their leading scorer and leading assist guy out with a back injury. They're trying to get him back for Saturday. Williams. Yakomovsky battles for the rebound.
Yeah.
Hawkins with 6 assists goes to Williams. Williams, so many weapons for Texas Tech. He can't finish, but Toppin can.
scoring position where guys were faster than me. So you have to go out there with that type of tenacity every time you step on the floor, and that's what JT Toppin brings to this court.
And you talk about guys like you and guys like J.
They've been able to create transition and tempo and flow into their offense.
2 straight wins for the Jayhawks after dropping 4 out of 6. And Hunter Dickinson claims the air ball.
Copy pass that time by Elijah Hawkins. You cannot have live ball turnovers against the Kansas Jayhawks in this building and expect them not to dunk it at the other end.
And a 3, the stroke from Darrion Williams. That's 6-3. Darrion Williams looking to back in against David Coit. And a turnaround rattles in for Darrion Williams.
So Coit too small to match.
This first 20 minutes by Texas Tech. Elijah Hawkins and the trail 3. Way off from Darrion Williams, but the Red Raiders make 10. Short in the rebound, pulled down Darrion Williams for Texas Tech. Williams off balance. And here come the Jayhawks countering.
Out of
Darrion Williams left open. Had a good look, and the rebound last touch by the Red Raiders. We're going the other way. Here's Darrion Williams.
There's no movement on this possession.
Tough step back by Williams, and the high arcer for Darrion Williams. Spins out for DeJuan Harris, and here come the Red Raiders. Darrion Williams a trail 3. And the rebound that trickles out of bounds. Darrion Williams drives. And off 1 foot, the runner no. And the rebound, KJ Adams. Here comes Kansas. On Kansas. 8 against the Red Raiders.
I want Darrion Williams taking the shot.
Here he is. Lines up a 3. Clutch shot.
A cold start on both sides. Williams. It's short. Offensive rebound, Texas Tech.
Second chance opportunity. A lot of opportunities to run so far for Texas Tech.
Williams, tough turnaround, short. Hansberry claims it for the Mountaineers. It's Williams trying to back down O'Connor. Williams gets inside the paint, miss. Tremendous defense underneath.
Yeah, he got exactly the right.
Top, can't ring the bell. Williams trailing 3. It's off the mark.
And one and done as the season closes down. Great effort from the Mountaineers so far here in this first half on the road.
Williams driving to the cup, a miss, tipped around. Anderson gives it up.
Williams looking to go one-on-one here. Back his guy down, get into that lane.
Down to 3 seconds. Step back 3 from Williams, high arcing. And halftime is here. Out and Toppin claims it. Williams looking to attack. Spins and scores.
He just plays under control.
Averages almost 19 points per game. Williams bulldozing his way inside, and then he has such a soft touch. 5. Williams is back out there for the Red Raiders. Took a scary spill right before our last media timeout. Trying to power his way down low.
A second turnover early for the Frogs. There's Darrion Williams from outside. Missed the first matchup against TCU in Lubbock. With
This is going to be good. And you look at the development he's made in here since November, I think it's outstanding.
Darrion Williams,
too
easy.
No communication. No communication, no bump on the screen.
Hawkins to Williams for 3. In the face of Noah Reynolds. And turning to have a little conversation with the home face.
He was looking for the opening. He read it. He went to the rim. Beautiful finish.
Williams attempts to silence the crowd. Careless
Poor
pass.
decision.
Darrion Williams taking it in transition. And got it Williams down to double digits with 10.
You know, and as a basketball player, those are the two things that are probably driving a lot of what you got going on.
There is Toppin inside, playing with 3 fouls, and is able to get congratulations.
Thank you.
Now it's tight. 5-point edge for TCU.
Robinson tonight, and I love his game. I love his shot. He's aggressive, but he's got 2 freshmen out there most of the night.
Oh, the floater from Darrion Williams is good. He's got 12 points to lead all Swank, and 2 rebounds away from a double-double. Williams, pass punch over Uday, and what a finish for Darrion Williams, who missed this matchup. And the former Wyoming Cowboys cannot connect.
He had a kick out. He had a kick out for an open 3. You don't need a tough turnaround.
Williams in rhythm, ripping the net. Tied up at 54. The kick to Anderson. Wide right. Wenzel got clocked. No whistle. WWE style, leading to Williams with the finish, and Jamie Dixon calls it.
This is where you pick your defense up. You stay with your man. You keep your activity.
The vision inside to Williams, and he's got 21.
Good slip screen.
McMillan, pass Reynolds. 5 on the shot clock. Darrion Williams, air ball. Anderson tried to save it, but he was out about in trouble. Here's Anderson. Low pass to Williams. 5 on the shot clock. Stop and pop. Punch. Caps it.
Not a bad possession, though, for Texas Tech.
2 minutes.
They're bringing the the double too far out. That's too much space.
Williams, no. Looking to tie, and White with the board.
They ran the double out.
0 for 2. 71% for the year. They whip it around to Williams. In and out. And Newman up high for the Cowboys. Everything else on the inside from Toppin. Williams flashing open. That's a clean look, and he drills it.
The Nats have done a great job the majority of the half. Save a couple possessions, keeping everything in front.
Half-court heave from Williams.
Back to the game in Houston. Remember, that's when JT Toppin was sent to the locker room early. That's what made it that much more impressive there in Houston. And care. He cares about winning.
Williams a 3. Look at Toppin climbing the ladder.
And that's going to be the challenge for Arizona State, is getting those stops because of the different levels that his team shows. Impressive statement there for Sanders. Hits 3 big free throws. Darrion Williams in the paint again, over 4 outstretched arms. And Williams off to a solid start. Is it back down?
Right into a Barkley. This is where he's really dangerous as a passer, not just a scorer.
Long 2 from Williams. What a shot.
He sets
4-point lead for the Red Raiders.
I
was about to say, that vocabulary would be interesting from you. Here comes Williams spinning with the left. Shot put no good. Rebound scooped up by Mason. Back it up. That's what makes it so hard for this Arizona State defense. You really can't take him out of the offense because he can insert himself at any point. Here's Williams, a little bit of bully ball, and that's going to be ruled a goaltend. But it's now a 6-point Arizona State lead under a minute left here in the first half. Hawkins draws 2.
Man,
Williams, wide open triple, knocks it down. That was screen, bounce pass, Toppin. Working against Freeman, up top, Williams. The drive creates some space, but can't finish the jumper.
now we're just crazy good.
We call it a good night at the office so far, but now it's McMillan who's been limited to just 2 shot attempts. Williams, Rainbow finds the pot of gold from outside.
This is incredible. Right to a Barkley. This is where he's dangerous.
Williams, the feathery touch as he floats it in. Williams now with 8 all over. Hawkins, step back 3. That's short. Rebound kept alive by Federico Williams, off target. It's interesting, you see. And so many of those situations as well, too, Mike, when the team's shooting the 3, You can't help off those shooters anymore. It opens up the floor. Toppin fighting for yet another offensive. McMillan curling off the screen. Williams down low, faces 3 defenders, and that is blocked by Ali, and that is going to remain Texas Tech.
Ball, do I need to go back? Got an earful from Grant McCastle.
Williams, patient, pounding, tries to go off the glass. Toppin another offensive rebound. He is it back off. Williams going to back down Freeman. Williams spinning, going up with the left and sneaks it in. Tie things up with 0.8 seconds left. Texas Tech, though, with 7 to shoot. It's Williams spinning against Freeman. Williams can't find the angle, and the Sun Devils able to close out the possession. Anderson again using the ball screen, snaking his way to the cup. Anderson dumps it off. Williams, the patience down low, ties it up. 26 seconds remaining. Williams has been rather quiet in these 2 periods. Williams working against Ali. Williams fading away. Right-handed hook shot, no good. Ball bounced around, and that's going to be.
Darrion Williams. I think you want to attack this matchup early and see how the freshman is going to defend him.
How about that? He blocked his shot to start the game. So that's a pretty good start for Carter Bryant.
His Federico checks in for Texas Tech.
Probably won't be Toppin on the bench for too long. Williams shoots the 3 and hits it. So there's the first bucket of the night for the Red Raiders. Love driving, had it stripped away. Williams, nobody ever picked him up, so he took the jumper from the free throw line. Hawkins found Williams right side 3. No. Here comes Arizona on the move. Been one of the best bench players in the country, but he got abused in that game in Lubbock. He is playing his tail off so far tonight. Williams turn around, no, another tough shot.
We're talking about Elijah Hawkins. We're talking about ball movement. We're talking about Chance McMillan and JT Toppin. Those 3 players have not done really anything so far in this game.
Yeah, just a lot of shots like that, and another foul.
He was 0 for 5 from the field in 13 minutes at Texas Tech.
Williams answers. Didn't travel, came close. Williams pull up. That one no good. Man, Darrion Williams
struggling,
taking a lot of shots and not making.
Continue to stay within this and apply that pressure on Texas Tech.
Williams driving. Bryant, that was good defense, and Williams made the shot anyway.
About 13.9 points per game. In all other games against quad 2, 3, and 4 teams, he's averaging over 19. That is a big drop off, and these are the type of games where
Williams with the left hand, Vasar rips it away. It's almost just took it right away from him. Shot clock's already down to 10. Hawkins, corner, Williams, no. Arizona had it poked away. Toppin attacks him, missed it, and then the ball saved. Williams shoots the 3 right side, got it to go.
Every single time it looks like Arizona's fans are
way off the mark. Gets his own miss. Williams will shoot the 3. Way off to the side. Well, the Red Raiders, some big miss of that. Seriously, 17-3 all time in the playoffs. Williams, that one is good. So still a little life for Texas.
The schedule never lets up. They go to Kansas State next.
Yeah, Kansas State, you saw them on that graphic, win streaks in the Big 12. Williams hits the 3. 17 seconds left. Williams again. That one, no. Did everything but go down. McMillan got.
And a good finish right there by Omier.
2 dudes to watch tonight going toe-to-toe. Norchad Omier and JT Toppin. They are both walking double-doubles. Loose ball, Wright comes away with it. And he's already got his eyes on another double-double. Now Darrion Williams. And the follow. Give him a rebound, give him a bucket. JT Toppin. Darrion Williams. Jumper in the lane, no good. Short. And Chance McMillan like he was shot out of a cannon. No, the follow doesn't go either. Here's Darrion Williams with two. Right, no good on the circus shot. Williams, transition three.
Ronaldo.
Three to shoot. McMillan's going to take it himself. Can't get it to go. Loose ball. Williams picks it up, but can't put it down. And we will go to the... Here's Williams, guarded by O'Meara. Working baseline. And the left-hand lay-in is good.
And that's what he can do.
Baylor defense switching. Now Anderson trying to take advantage of the mismatch. And they do. Back-to-back buckets for Darrion Williams. Full court pressure from the Bears. Handled by Texas Tech. Williams with a full head of steam. Can't get it to go. Met at the rim by the Baylor D. Part of the Final Four team when he was with the Duke Blue Devils. Now Williams. Short.
And that is where Ojan Muna is a little...
One of those coming down in the final 2 minutes and change.
They're looking to attack this matchup.
Williams knocks it down. Closing in on 1 minute to go. Williams can't get it that time. The win at Houston, 19 tonight. And this time, he's got the dime goggles on. Elijah Hawkins, 3 in red. And here's Chance McMillan, one of the best three-point shooters in the country. Williams' first shot off the mark, the rebound to Tugler.
Well, that was a good offensive position.
1,000 points and 1,000 career rebounds. Toppin had it met at the rim by Tugler. And Williams, Johnny, on the spot for the putback.
Tugler showing us
what. Hawkins has it for the Red Raiders. Here's Williams. Bad right ankle and all. Darrion Williams, a beast.
Well, that's how you have to play again.
Working on Javier Francis. It's a 5-on-5 matchup. And it's a 5-on-5 crime. D5. Williams lines up a three. It's off the mark. The offensive rebound on the weak side. Williams working on Roberts. Offensive rebound and
or some type of screen to get them a shot.
Texas Tech 10 for 18 from beyond the arc tonight. That one was forced. And another good.
Texas right here. Jerron Roberts is not at 100%. Got to find a way to attack him.
Williams working on it. Williams up and good. Williams catch and release. Too strong. No whistle. Williams turns, in and out. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Tracked down by Hawkins.
You do not need a three.
Williams will shoot a three and make it.
Hawkins able to recover it after the deflection. Under 10 to shoot. Darrion Williams launching a three. He struggled shooting the last couple of...
But still trying to find consistency within individuals each and every game.
Williams on the drive, and Williams scoops it in. Darrion Williams is such a tough...
Texas, and if you watch his teams, it's common that they continue to get better and better at both ends of the floor as the season progresses.
Williams missed the turnaround. Now Tech started white hot. 4 threes, 2 by McMillan, 2 by Walton. Now Williams wants a 3.
More productive offense.
Anderson looking to create. Finding Darrion Williams. Bullseye! Another 3! Side here today. Williams trying to take Jennings inside. And Jennings playing it well.
And one of the things, Steve...
% from 3. It really is remarkable. Under 10 to shoot here. Williams got bumped by Jennings. Couldn't put it in. Newman was on that team. Can connect all the dots over the years in college basketball. Williams short and the rebound for Thompson.
Was defense. And as you know very well, Ted, where does toughness originate from? It's the defensive end of the floor.
Williams pure from the mid-range.
Been one-on-one, trying to go through traffic, turning his back when he drives it. He needs some space, and when he gets it, he's really good.
Who can make things difficult on a defense in those opportunities, like you see Thompson has taken advantage of.
For Cincinnati, that's been a struggle all season long. They ranked 239th in the country in three-point percentage, 14th in the conference. Skillings with the rebound on the other end after 2 for his last 24. That spans now 8 games for Jizzle Days. Tough take for Williams. Rolled off the back of the iron. Offensive rebound leads to it. Nearly threw that one away. 10 on the shot clock now. Frantic possession for Texas Tech. Williams off 1 foot, bricked that one. Federico, the offensive rebound. JT Toppin going right at Aziz Bandego. Now McMillan, kick out. Williams for 3. Offensive rebound. Hawkins. Miller, this was earlier this year, the 2024 tip-off dinner, as Roy was the guest speaker in that. And Coach described Wes Miller as one of the top 5 toughest players.
He's his man down, shooting over the top.
Just over 8 minutes to go in regulation. Cautious on Williams. Williams just backing in. Missed the turnaround. It's been a struggle for Darrion Williams. Just one.
Darrion Williams putting it on the floor, stopping at the elbow. Shot clock inside at 10. Now wide open 3 from Williams. Not there. And cleared by Caleb Love, the reigning Love, Arizona's leading scorer. Here's Hawkins, one of the top assist men in the country. Pull-up jumper is good from Darrion Williams.
The versatility of Darrion Williams. Texas Tech early in this game doing an outstanding job of forcing Arizona to shoot contested shots.
Three-pointer. Williams short that time. Timer down to 8. Williams works into the paint against the freshman Bryant. Missed it. But a foul called on Lewis over the back.
At the end line right behind him, able to rip that one away and get his second made field goal.
Williams puts the defender down, missed the 3. And Bradley ahead to Love, 1-on-3.
Not shooting it very clean.
Low scoring game between 2 of the highest scoring teams in the Big 12. Spinning is Williams, and it drops through. Nearing 3 minutes to play here in the first half. 5-point lead. McMillan puts it on the deck. Now a kick to the corner. 3 not there. Basar with the rebound.
Williams has got to step over and help, and then somebody's got to help that person as well, and forces contested shots.
Williams in the lane, takes it himself and scores. Really good passer, sometimes look to dish when he gets deep. That time
that it came into this game averaging 84 points and shooting almost 50% from the field to shoot 34% and have 26 points. I think you're feeling really good at that end of the floor for Grant McCasland. Lewis 0 field goals at halftime. Arizona's defense has not been bad. It's been the inability of their offense to gain any kind of momentum against Texas Tech's defense.
Williams missed the mid-range shot again,
allowing them to have clean looks.
Carter Bryant defending Toppin. Just checked back in, playing with 3 fouls. So is Williams for Texas Tech. Williams, tough shot, too strong. Batted around and controlled by a walkout for Love. Hawkins going to work. Williams driving, attacking, and Bryant altered that shot. Out of bounds, though.
The 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Let's get it out to Manhattan, Kansas. Big 12 matchup. Texas Tech and Kansas State.
Welcome back. Kansas State taking on Texas Tech here in Manhattan, Kansas. Jordan Kent alongside Michael O'Donnell as the free throw is good for David Gasson. Trims the lead to 6 for Texas Tech. The Red Raiders shooting 50% from the field, coming in at 11-4 off a cloak. Hawkins gets the switch, 10 to shoot. Williams will let it fly in and out. Ike Garuke with the board. Give him all the effort he could ask for.
And you can still tell that JT Toppin is not 100% yet. But when he does get there, it's impossible to slow down completely this Texas Tech's offense. And
8 to shoot. Williams had the hot hand in the early going, but been a little cool as of late. This time, fading away in the paint. In and out, Toppin. What a rebound. Poked at by... Played most of his career in Sacramento, and obviously there's some team from Chicago that was pretty good in the 90s that took a lot of gravity in the NBA. Texas Tech trying to come back from their largest deficit of the night, and that's going to be a foul. Tech, as we mentioned, has been on a tear from their defense leading to offense, efficient shooting, trying to build upon this lead. Williams body to body, and that's the frame that you can't compete with.
That was designed by Coach McCaslin.
Brendan Hassan. It's limited some of the ball movement, though.
Got a mismatch down low.
Williams galloping to the cup. Skates by Castillo for 2.
Anytime that Williams gets...
It's Williams. Williams backing his way in the paint, pivoting, drug his foot, fighting for the offensive rebound. It's McMillan, bodies to the sideline, shot clock at 3. Williams, the drive. Williams creates separation and a tough bucket. 17 seconds.
Got a little bit of George Niang in him.
5 double-doubles, 4 of them in the last 8 games for Jefferson. That one in and out for Williams. And here comes Keyshawn. Here's Williams, a matchup nightmare, misses from close range. The putback by Toppin, he's in double.
Hard to guard. If you double him, he will find the open man.
Off the mark, Toppin, yet another rebound. 10 points, 5 boards to back. Clones have 5 steals already today. They're back within 2. But D5 puts an end to that.
That come in and they're quietly efficient. And he has been a great addition to this team for 1 year.
Williams, another 3. Not even diminutive.
No, he's not. He's built like a defensive back, but to your point, good strategy.
Williams off the mark, offensive putback by Chance. Chance McMillan, 1 for 2 from 3. He's the #1 3-point shooter in the nation, percentage-wise. Williams missed it. And that... Here's Williams for 3. Big answer, and we're tied at 58.
Non-starter, and I think if you made me choose, he might be their best player. And that's hard.
Williams. No, Federico fights for it, but Gilbert comes away with it. Here's the freshman Anderson. Williams with 4 on the shot clock. That's an air ball. And another chance for Iowa State to tie. Williams. Heisey's got 4 fouls. Williams. Put him in the hurt locker.
Yes.
Here's Williams guarded by Heisey again.
I would definitely play through Williams. He can shoot it.
Lines it up. Can't knock it down. And a foul called. That one's with a 1-point lead. Hawkins
No, I don't know if that's an assist, but it will go anyway.
Give it to him.
Here. 4.1 left. Williams with the ball. Tech down one for the win. It's off the back iron. And Iowa State.
Williams tries his hand at one, and he hits it. And a timeout for B.
Overload.
The idea is to get it to the nail, right? Near the foul line and kick from there. But if BYU's crowding, you got to take the shot. Darrion Williams off the mark. Boy, just trying to work it inside. 5 to shoot. Anderson, no. Williams corrals the offensive rebound and loses it.
Not sure how.
Stood exactly what was coming to Provo.
If you've got aspirations to win, as soon as he took the job, it was obvious you needed to stay put because he's one of the great coaches. And they got in this late possession.
Williams into the paint, and he goes reverse side for 2.
That's just a great. The Cougars, it's been a minute for him. See if he can deliver some plays. They got the mismatch.
Oh, this is deep for Darrion Williams, and Keita with the rebound.
Earned.
And Fus Traore back on the floor. Keita to the bench. Williams against Mag. Darrion Williams on the board in the second half.
He let.
Williams backing down Hall. And Darrion Williams again taking advantage of the matchup. A resume building win there for the taking. For either the Cougars or the Red Raiders. Williams inside, going up against Traore and scoring again.
And I don't know how that went.
Darrion Williams, the fulcrum as usual for Texas Tech. Federico on the weak side, no. Picked it back on Darrion Williams. Demon shading over. Williams the spin and the finish with a foul. Darrion.
Offensive glass. Lohner early keeps it alive. McMillan grabs it and gets it ahead. Long 3 early on from Darrion Williams off the mark. Offensive board taken down by McMillan. Here is Darrion Williams. The definition of versatility. Pops out and knocks it down.
Yeah, he struggled.
Darrion Williams likes his odds right there and finishes off Hunter Erickson with a floater.
Yeah, right.
You hear the reception from the crowd. Williams falling away. Scooting in for the offensive board is McMillan. Red Raiders have made 6 of their last 8 field goals. Williams wants to continue to spit fire and does. The reigning Big 12 player of the week. Remember, there was game clock at 3.4. Williams floats the inbound. Gets it back, triggers a 3, no good, but that was a beautiful play. Darrion Williams out of the mid-corner, that's what he does. Doesn't necessarily front of the Texas Tech bench. Darrion Williams controls, working on Keanu Dawes. Williams taking Dawes to school.
Yeah, so strong, and he does
fire from behind the three-point line. More on that later. 4 to shoot here for Williams, who can facilitate over the 7-footer, and Williams banks it in over Moose.
13 career head coaching victories, so he knows his stuff. He knows how to settle his team down on here on the road.
Williams long range off target, and the rebound for Hall. Federico in for the first time. He missed Texas Tech's last game with a shoulder injury. Still playing with that wrap. Williams works against Chom, and Chom affected the shot.
Black painted area. I asked Coach Dawkins about Sellers, and he said, I'm going to start him. He said, no, I think I got the chemistry of the war. I got it right now. Team's rolling. Let's bring him back slowly.
Tie up there. Big 12 opener.
Hey, Johnny Davis said he'd play some zone defense. They come out of that timeout with a zone look.
It's one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. Williams on the interior of that zone missed it. And
as he gets his little rest period on the bench, those fouls.
Rokas Yotsus takes his place, the transfer from LaSalle. Williams working inside. And out of bounds to UCF. Sellers on the floor now for UCF, his second game of the year. Williams. Again, no Chum on the floor with the two personals for UCF. And Coleman pulls it in for the Knights. Tech. Well, Darrion Williams didn't have a good first half. He was in foul trouble. 2 points on 1 of 7. And Williams gliding to the bucket for 2 right on cue.
Yeah, he said, I hear you over there, Ted.
Originally a member of the class of 2025. He could still be in high school right now. Instead of freshman and playing his first Big 12 game. Williams again, not this time.
Ooh, look at that man Hall. He's got that rock.
Williams steps into a 3. Oh, way off.
Oh, back-to-back really bad three-point shots. Well, they need him right now. Stop putting some points on the board.
Say the same thing about Darrion Williams, who's 2 for 10 with 4 points. Short. And Mikey Williams comes away with it for UCF. Hasn't scored in 2 minutes. Williams fumbled the lob by Sellers. Williams in transition. No. And it'll stay at this end.
That's my first time in Lubbock. I'm loving it.
Great atmosphere to start Big 12 play. Williams gets the turnaround to fall.
He's been cut off, firing a strike to one of his teammates and let them work.
Now Toppin against Williams. Late double. Toppin passing out of it. Oh! A circus shot for Darrion.
Triple off the left wing. Coach Dawkins is down in his defensive stance, imploring his team to get a stop.
Williams down low. 2 for Tech.
Williams coming alive.
Big down 3. 42 seconds. Williams hasn't shot it well. Against Hall. Toppin on the other side. It's a 1-point game.
Hawkins whips it over his head to Walton. Quick pass, Darrion Williams. Threading the needle to the basket. Splash.
That's one thing that ORU was concerned.
Picks up his dribble and kicks it back to Hawkins. Federico, he really seems headstrong. Drops it off for Williams, who seems to be in a rhythm himself. The rebound for Federico. 6 on the night for him. Darrion Williams gonna launch a 3. Doesn't hit anything. Who goes back to Jones, who dribbles off his foot.
It was great outside defense right there. Jones had a wide open layup, but Darrion Williams stepped over last minute, forced the turnover.
Especially when you talk about somebody like Aljiki being out. The numbers are low for Oral Roberts. They need all the help they can get. Williams, short.
And if you're Oral Roberts.
And is now man in the head seat for the Golden Eagles. Trying to turn things around amid some early season injuries. Williams, silky smooth.
Silky smooth.
Going to try it from the other side, off the heel. Big rebound for Overton. Hawkins continues to distribute. It is the holiday season after all.
There, and another one in Chance McMillan. This is a very good shooting Texas Tech team. Williams is first, too strong. And the rebound to Wade Taylor. The North Carolina transfer in his 3rd year in Lubbock. 5 on the shot clock. Hawkins, Williams, short on that 3 attempt. And here comes Wade Taylor, shot out of a... Millen comes away with it. A&M has led from the opening tip. Here's Williams. Can't get it to go. Darrion Williams averaging 17.
Texas A&M wants you to have the basketball.
Phelps lost it. The freshman Anderson leaves it for Williams for 2.
That's a good pass. We're not all country. That is not me. I am not a country guy.
Here's Williams out of the timeout. Shooter's touch off the mark. What a tap back. Williams dials it up. Can't knock it down. 1 and done. 4 minutes to go. Williams, nowhere to help. Now he goes top of the key and cans the three-pointer. Back-to-back triples for the gem of a rivalry game in the state of Texas. Here's Williams. Squeezes off a three. Gets it to drop somehow. And it's now...
Texas Tech clears. Expect a lot of threes hoisted tonight. Williams mid-range pull-up. And Texas Tech's off to a 7-0 lead. Texas Tech claims it. Williams has his second board.
Most every shot DePaul's taken has been under duress.
Williams +1.
Feet getting the ball into the gap.
Williams pulls up, gets the friendly bounce. He is so smooth. He's 40% from downtown.
This defense you have to play against DePaul is different than what you do every day in practice, and you can work on the game plan, but that's why Grant called the early time.
3 white jerseys surrounding the rebound. Lead pass, Federico. Williams missed. Tap in, yes.
Oh, good presence of mind by Federico.
In street clothes, Tech's leading scorer at just a hair under 19 points per game. He leads the country in offensive rebounds. Outside Williams 3 off the back rim. Anderson, the Frosh, turning the corner. Williams, the cutter, uses the left hand.
Well, again, Darrion Williams uncomfortable right now on the perimeter.
DePaul has missed their last 5 threes. Tech starting to wear them down. Williams, he's all power. 8 make for DePaul inside the arc. They've hit 10 threes. Williams one-on-one with the much shorter Meyer, just rises up and softly banks it home. It's one and done for the Blue Demons. Williams crosses, soars, missed. D'Amico bumped and fouled on the rebound.
In striking distance.
5 to shoot. Williams puts it up. Tippin is there. McMillan
did a good job of identifying and cutting to the rim from the weak side.
Texas Tech trying to become the second Big 12 team to win a game in this Big 12 Big East battle. And it's been Williams.
The trainer's playing Williams really tight on the perimeter. He needs to give him a little bit more room.
Williams short.
Share the basketball. They're not going to find one way only to score. They're going to score in a lot of different ways. They're not going to rely only on threes. And they've got 2 really special players in Williams.
Northern Colorado has already played against Colorado, and Washington State lost both of those, but took Colorado into double overtime, and the Red Raiders.
Yeah, it's been a week basically since this Texas Tech team played in the game. That one falls in right there. Shooters.
Darrion Williams in the corner right there, a little short on that three-pointer.
Some competition that is as big as you are and as deep as you are and things like that, as skilled and whatnot, you really start to find out. And you know, I think that those are the games that that you really like.
Darrion open in the corner, three-pointer is good. Red Raiders have 7 here in the first half. 5-29 lead. Darrion Williams trying to get that 3 back, and he does. Darrion from right, or Hawkins rather. Darrion hot in that first half. Three-pointer there, not good. Langston Reynolds tried to wrestle the ball.
Things, but now they just don't. Officials have kind of been trained not to call many of those charges anymore.
Darrion Williams driving, knocked down, but scores. Still, though, no one for the Bears in double figures. That's a mismatch size-wise for Darrion Williams, who's got 21 points now.
6'5" sophomore from Drake off the bench.
Hawkins. Williams steps inside Freeman, and that's just too easy.
Well, Lampkin should have been there to help on the baseline as he would like to be last night, but no doubt about it, he's the bona fide star for this team.
Williams, tough fadeaway, and fouled, and finishes. Darrion Williams, a second straight foul. There is the late outlet. Tech owned the offensive glass last night against St. Joe's. And Williams plays the angle perfectly.
Why keeping those hands stretched with that long wingspan? It can deter a lot of vision.
Williams trying to back his way down into Starling. Off the glass, no. Top of the offensive rebound. Stick back is not there. And then Williams, again, you see that. An older player, bigger player, just out-muscling Freeman. Point play for Dottie. We're tied again. Orange 7 for 7 at the line now. A market improvement. Williams ready. And too deep on a three.
KB, that's called Jay Williams after dark, okay?
Moments where it feels like the game's going to float away these last couple of nights. Williams driving in on Freeman. Williams to the left hand. No, there's the putback. Federico. Overton pushing tempo. Williams, nice catch. Better finish. Darrion. Okay.
Yeah, now you're going to Google it. Yeah, there you go.
Won't be hard to find. Williams three. Yes, sir. Texas Tech leads it by 9. Williams, a former freshman of the year in the Mountain West at Nevada. Huge part of the culture here at Tech. Backs it in one-handed, and Syracuse needs a timeout. Again, Syracuse just hanging around.
This is a mismatch.
Lestorovich doing all he can. Williams backs him into the paint, left it short.
That's good defense.
Lestorovich has really showed well in this. Williams trying to take the freshman again. Williams finds his space. Williams three. That was such a great possession.
Going to utilize the clock.
Now Bella has to guard Williams. And he is no match.
That's just a grown man move.
Assists. Run the point for Tech. Chance McMillan, Kerwin Walton, Darrion Williams, all great shooters. And JT Toppin's been ridiculous, averaging 21 and 10. First bucket, Darrion Williams, a junior who's second in scorer. They haven't shot it well yet this year, St. Joe's, but last year, 13th nationally in threes per game. They've got a really good mix. Williams, no good on a three, and Fleming, maybe a sleeper in. Simpson trying to stick his nose in the passing lane there. Texas Tech, very unselfish team. 30 assists last game in one over Arkansas. Pine Bluff, percent of their field goal attempts have been three-point tries. You see the percentage not very good. His first two teams really struggled. They've been better since, as Williams buries the mid-range jumper.
And very similar to Elijah Hawkins. He got his hands up really early, and it forced Simpson to do a double clutch move there. Man, he's so under control all the time.
Especially the Big 12, where there will be perhaps 0 easy games, now to 20 league games this year. Williams. Toppin just keeps everything alive. Sean Simmons, they've got a 10-point lead here in the first half. Winner gets Texas, loser Syracuse tomorrow. Williams. Fight for the ball, won by Toppin. Hawkins just hasn't been able to get this game under his spell.
Doesn't feel like there's rhythm for Texas Tech offensively.
Williams trying to create his own rhythm. 1 for the last 8. 8 for 22 in the game. Hawks are 6 for 10 from deep. Binkley and Solano stuff Williams and tie him up. Into the game on the glass. JT Toppin, 6 offensive rebounds, 10 points. Tech with 8 second chance points. And they get an early bucket. Darrion Williams with some buckets early for Texas Tech. What was great math by you at the break. I did my homework early as well, however. Williams shoves it up. There's Toppin again. Offensive rebound number 7. Around a deep brick. Hawkins for Texas Tech. Williams. that again. Everything that... No. Williams rebound. Williams posting.
There you go.
A Donciccian finish from Williams.
Prior to the screen. That was the right call.
What would you like to see Texas Tech run here?
Once again, like methodical. Get the ball. Continue to get the ball to the guy like that. I mean, he just missed a chippy.
Federico hard screen of Finkley. Williams dribbles around it. Williams missed another one right at the lane. Kept alive by Federico, though.
Let a guy flow down and just send it home.
Williams isolated against the 4 fouled Fleming, and Williams gets the roll. Then just early season non-conference testers. Williams driving into Fleming again. Fleming had to hold his position with the 4 fouls and another strong. Here's Williams. He's been such a great decision maker tonight. 10 to shoot it. Williams, step back 3. No. And Toppin's going to get hit with an over to the basket. Cut off by Ajabor. Anderson gets it to Williams. 5 to play. It's Williams spinning and missing. And St. Joseph's wins it.
The Red Raiders headed the other way again. Darrion Williams down the baseline, and he got it. Power move. Pass it around League's conference tournament, and he shot him into the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, you know, and this is a tough job with so many new pieces. He lost his leading scorer in the offseason to mid-major.
Cross-court pass back to Anderson. Here's Kevin Overton in the corner. Now Devin Cambridge to D5. Three-pointer on the way. And not good for the Red Raiders. 9 points in that ball game. Draws the Golden Lions within 4. Nice pass by Toppin to Darrion Williams, and the foul. Toppin wants that ball reversed so they can get it to him more easily, but he lost control. And Walton saved it. 3 on the shot clock. Darrion's 3 is good. D5 bails out the Red Raiders.
You will take that.
Under pressure as the shot clock was running down. Hawkins slapped that ball away. Darrion layup at the other end. And points off the turnover there for Texas Tech. Nine on the shot clock. Great look inside by Hawkins. Very patient Red Raiders that time.
Some people
Hawkins just surveying the floor, looking for a teammate to get the ball to. Decided not to go to Darrion, but Christian Anderson does. And Darrion Williams, the beneficiary. Darrion Williams in the corner. Chance McMillan. Red Raiders work it back around to Darrion Williams, and he got it. Another last met in the NCAA tournament back in 2004. St. Joe's at that time a #1 seed in the region.
Martelli, right?
Yeah, beat the Red Raiders. Buffalo.
Jameer Nelson on that team? I believe so. I think Phil kind of older in that his son was playing.
Up the iron. McMillan very quickly back up the floor for the Red Raiders. Here's Darrion Williams. Got it. Didn't score much the other night, Chris. Had all those assists. Head coach in Wisconsin, Green Bay a year ago after being an assistant at Wyoming, but back now as their head coach. Toppin with the rebound after the Williams miss.
Figured out before a big trip to Brooklyn next week, before you take on St. Joe's and then either Syracuse or Texas.
Red Raiders just took that basketball away from Agbim, and Williams scores after with 14 minutes to play.
Darrion Williams comes back and says, my fault. Is really good in the open floor. A lot of experience.
Darrion for 3. A little bit short. Cowboys in transition.
It was definitely a bang call, but Chance Moore says goaltending. And
Darrion Williams down inside a bit hard off the glass. Slapped away, but
The Red Raiders wind up with it, and here's Kerwin Walton. He's got D5 on the baseline drive. Knocked it out of his hands initially, but Darrion strong enough to get it back and score.
Well, he passes it, came out with a loose ball and dropped it. Easy pass off to his teammate.
D5 on the three-pointer, not good. Abube the rebound, 6-10. Kerwin Walton tonight does not have a made three-pointer.
Yeah, and the three-point shot really hasn't been a huge factor into this game. It's really what you've been doing.
Darrion Williams, D5, had 17 in the first half of that ball game, has not scored in this first half, but the rebound there on the offensive end by Top for Northwestern. A 14-point Red Raider lead. Less than a minute to go in the half. Darrion Williams inside, lays it up and in. Got it around the reach. Murabu is on here in the second half to start. The first pass there stolen very quickly. Darrion Williams inside. Shot doesn't go. Taken away by Williams. Here's Mike. Darrion Williams jumper over Patterson, not good.
Yeah, a bit forced.
Yeah, Kerwin may get another chance. 12 on the shot clock as Williams spins inside. Ball is knocked out into the hands of Kerwin Walton. Darrion's got a wide open jumper. Not in there. Taken away by
2000s under Mike Leach offense, and man, he was clutch and went on to do it for many years in the NFL. John,
on the layup.
That is somebody with not much confidence in his perimeter game on this night anyway. He just passes up an open three.
Darrion's three not good. Williams now suddenly it's now to go in the ball game. Toppin against Willie Williams, going to try and back him down. Here's Darrion driving all the way to the rack, laid it up, not good. Williams able to save that ball. 15 on the shot clock. Darrion Williams were to knock one down, it'd be a double-double. Here we go. Doesn't get it. But what a night for him.
And the rebound on the other end. Lots of intangibles for JT Toppin.
D5 is wide open in the corner. Can't get that shot to go. Kevin Overton is on for the first man. Darrion Williams, free throw line jumper, good. The teams have only played one time in their basketball histories, that back in 2019. Game 2 of that season for the Red Raiders. Texas Tech won that ball game, and Darrion Williams.
This isn't just totally new, but tricky on a fast break when you're trying to initiate for Chance McMillan on how you want to set that thing up.
Red Raiders have made 3 of their last 3 shots, now 4 of 4.
It's a
That's
jump.
another.
Hovering around 60% from the field.
Well,
it's the jump hook.
Jump hook is back.
Yes, okay, do we double? Do we leave him alone? And he continues to score. Does Reggie Ward.
Darrion Williams trying to return the favor on the other end, and he does. Shot that one over Ward. They got to play in 8 games before missing the remainder of the season. Talking about the Big 12, pretty good opening night for just about everybody in the league but Baylor.
They'll ultimately show you what they want to run, what works, what won't, amongst that 10 or 15 plays. But good play call out of the timeout. Finally, the Red Raiders miss one from deep to stop that 9-0 run.
Inside shot blocked by Federico. Kerwin Walton runs. Darrion Williams trailing. Three-pointer off the back iron, but right to Walton. Back to D5. Lays it in. Good.
Well, they'll get even some better looks when they've got Elijah Hawkins out there who finds guys in the right spot.
Red Raiders kind of clear it out for D5, but his
get that shot off. But
Love made up a lot of ground to block that shot. I just angered Darrion Williams, but he could not finish in the
They're doing their work inside. Texas Tech 6 of 8 from 3 is Darrion Williams to miss, but got his own miss. And the putback off the heel of the rim, but another offensive rebound.
Coach Drew was just saying they were rebounding the ball well, not on this possession. And you get a 3.
BJ Edgecombe missing 2 right at the rim. And it's ripped down by Darrion Williams. Jeremy Roach had some space, missing the 3, and Darrion Williams pulls it down, and Texas Tech on the move. Getting inside, and the fadeaway short from Jeremy Roach, and bursting up the floor, Elijah Hawkins.
Who had the big game last night.
Here he is. Jalen Celestine in and out on the 3, and Darrion Williams the rebound for Texas Tech.
And that's Bashir Jihad, one of the seniors on this team, with the offensive rebound, in and out on the 3 attempt by Mason.
I mean, he has the whole 9. And that's his brother right there. They look like twins, honestly.
I'll tell you what, there are not many people who can outdo King McClure in Big 12 wardrobe.
To the outfit, even all the way down to the purse like we saw earlier. The ensemble is clean.
And she can go left and right, unlike Zoolander.
Had he been playing this way all season, he's another guy who could potentially sneak on that list.
Missing Jaden Quaintance has been the missing link for Bobby Hurley's Arizona. It is the 19th time this year the Texas Tech Red Raiders have made more than 10 three-point shots. They have 11 tonight, and they already have a...
And this is JT Toppin. Likes his odds on Bangat Dak. The kid from Dallas with the left hand too short. Darrion Williams is tied up with 3 Buffaloes.
Defense, if they don't have their head on a swivel, it's going to open up a seam.
Chance McMillan from well behind the line, and the offensive rebound, but missing a putback, but a foul will send Darrion Williams to the line for Texas Tech. And then Dickinson tries to lead Harris. Shot clock down to 8. And the teardrop well short by Harris, ripped down by Darrion Williams for Texas Tech. Would you look to attack Dick? KJ Adams Jr. misses the pull-up, and the rebound pulled down by Darrion Williams for the Red Raiders. Adams, here comes Kansas. Transition 3. Ryland Griffin short, and the rebound pulled down Darrion Williams for Texas Tech.
It's coming to the rim.
11-0 run for the Jayhawks. And that one rims out for Christian Anderson. Darrion Williams on the offensive glass. And a foul called on Kansas. Zeke Mayo rims out a 3. And Darrion Williams pulls it down for the Red Raiders. The ball movement inside. Dickinson missing the floater. And a foul. It's on Adams as he spills over Darrion Williams, going for the loose ball. Dickinson spots up. And the rebound ripped down by Darrion Williams for the Red Raiders. Dumps it inside to Dickinson. And Hunter Dickinson left it short. Gets the rebound and then misses. Kansas screaming for a foul.
Rebound Mountaineers. Scooper. And it's cleared by Williams for Texas Tech. Hansberry, a 3 from the top, is wide left. A cold start on both sides.
This manages the last 3 possessions here if you run it right.
Small with an alley. Miss at the rim. Ahead to Yesufu, spots for a 3. Would have tied it. Texas Tech can take the final shot.
0 for 1 shot here.
Mountaineers led for 17 of the first 20 minutes. Small, still without a made basket.
Averages almost 19 points. Since the final 5 minutes of that first half, Texas Tech is 14 for 20, 70% shooting.
McMillan is as good a curler as they have.
And here is White, who's had a hot start. Great first half, cannot connect. Williams with the rebound. Well, Desmond, congratulations. My favorite member, Tech really needs a... Here's a let to the paint. A turnaround, and Williams with the rebound.
8 to shoot for the Pokes. Usman, that's a long 2, and it's flat.
I think Grant McCasm will take that offensively from Oklahoma State. Jumper from Usman.
Turn. Dean baseline, up and under. Pinball's off.
Matched up quickly. And then they've done a great job the majority of the half to save a couple possessions, keeping everything in front.
Half-court heave from Williams.
And that's going to be the challenge for Arizona State, is getting those stops because of the different levels that Texas Tech can score. They began this game scoring in the paint. Miller, a chance to respond off targets. Will you be surprised if this ball goes to anybody other than Kerwin Walton? How about the patience Arizona State's been showing the last couple of possessions in their half-court offense? As Sannon creates a little bit of space, can't get the bank.
They've had patience and they've gotten good looks.
4 to shoot for Freeman. Freeman fading away, no good. Williams with the rebound. 2 minutes left. Texas Tech trails by just what they want right here.
ISO on the young freshman.
Freeman picks up the dribble, tries to thread another pass to Phillips, broken up.
Coach been a little cranky in these first 8 minutes. The lob, Toppin went way up to catch it, but then Vasar was there to disrupt the shot. Williams comes away with the ball. Here's Anderson. This is going to be the game that everybody remembers Henry Vasar for. Toppin attacks him, missed it, and then the ball saved. Williams shoots the 3 right side.
20 wins again this year. Here's Hawkins for 3. Short. But freshman Christian Anderson grabs it. He can't knock down the dagger 3, and here's
For Baylor on the defensive side.
Texas Tech in the midst of a 10-2 run. And we're going the other way. 6-point lead. Looking to make it 9. In and out. Williams chases it down. McMillan short. And Chance McMillan like he was shot out of a cannon. No, the follow doesn't go either. Here's Darrion Williams with 2. 3 to shoot. McMillan's going to take it himself. Can't get it to go. Loose ball. Williams picks it up, but can't put it down. And we will go to the... Handled by Texas Tech. Williams with a full head of steam. Can't get it to go. Met at the rim by the Baylor D. Look at that pass.
Home team is JT Toppin in the lane. Gets his own miss. Kerwin Walton, 3 for Texas Tech.
Offensive rebound. Everybody collapse around JT.
Here's the first shot of the game, and it's good.
That's what happened winning more. They were top 25, but down the stretch, they haven't won enough. And when you look at Houston, Houston is so dominant, but they have so many guys that play a major role in their success. So you really...
R.J. Smith over the basket, and here comes Kevin Overton out of the pack. Oh, Hawkins flips it behind his back. Williams, and it's McMillan!
You go making him shoot from the outside. Even that last one by Williams was a contested 16-footer. Here he goes inside.
Draws the defense, giving Overton a clean look. He cashes in.
Well, up in the communication of exactly what you need and staying within those parameters for each individual player. He meets with his players as much as, oh my goodness.
Christian Anderson from way out there.
We stopped to get our coffee.
Probably longer than we anticipated. Christian Anderson, three! Largest lead for Texas Tech.
Roxy, he's a pro.
Williams backing it down. Across to JT Toppin, who lays it in.
Just a beautiful pass, and JT Toppin.
Federico off the lob, and a response from Texas Tech, forcing Kansas to call. 5 to shoot. Darrion Williams. Christian Anderson, corner three for Texas Tech.
How about the freshman, huh?
Anderson pulls the trigger. A three is there. That's just been miss at the rim. Ahead to Toppin. And one. It's a
program history. We're still in the conversation, Coach.
No question about it. Jamie's outstanding. He got a few of those 500 against me at Marquette and at Indiana.
That is the top three-point shooter in the big. An electric freshman. Number 4 is that. Williams, the lob. Federico throws it down.
Just too easy. That's the type of defense TCU can't have. When you're moving without the ball's finding you, and you're fundamentally sound in everything you're doing.
Oh, it's Toppin. That's how you get back on track. Heads up.
Well, Texas Tech has got.
Hawkins to Williams. Skip pass. McMillan for three.
Too easy.
As always, he got it.
Good call by Jamie Dixon. Okay.
Texas Tech.
They got to figure out how to go back into Toppin after the double team comes. There it is.
That's one way.
There it is. Great job.
Little kiss off the glass.
Yeah, you can't. They're doubling him. And
Oklahoma State with some token pressure. Toppin, quick release, and he puts it in.
What shoulder right there? Right. Great job. 9 of the 50 Wednesday, but he's been able to rest 4 minutes already in this first half, and the reason is the way that they're playing. Like I mean, you have a 13-point lead. You can be
more. Toppin rebound will be another double-double for him. He's got 24 points and 9 boards. Williams, no-look feed. Toppin, another basket. He does not miss in the paint. And that's something that's a huge part of what Texas Tech does offensively. I mean, look at that pass. And an easy one for Toppin.
16 field goal attempts. So 71 on just 48 shots.
That is incredible.
It's the opposite of a volume shoot.
Yeah.
Ball screen action with Christian Anderson and JT Toppin. And if it's not that, they're going to go to ISO for Williams. Williams dumps it out. Toppin, a smash attack.
By a good amount. Williams passed up the three this time. Now kicks it outside. Hawkins three. That one's good. But boy, he has gotten in a rhythm from beyond the.
But it's their only meeting this year for the first time in 68 years. The pass to Toppin for the first two of the night.
Not a great sign right there. Norchad O'Meara.
Here's McMillan. His first shot is true.
That's great ball move to Worthy. He is trying to pass the basketball, and that's what Grant McCaffrey is saying. He's passing the ball. He did not lift his leg intentionally to try to hit anybody. So that's an absolutely horrible.
Texas Tech ranked 22nd, their first time ranked in the AP poll this year, but the metrics love them. Skip pass. Walton pays it off.
And that time right there.
He's only hit 5 of them all season. Williams the skip. Kerwin Walton launching. That's good. So 3 threes. That he's a player that Oklahoma State can rely on if he can find some consistency.
You go back a year ago. Nice pass right there. That's really good. Again, the tension right there.
Half court. They're a good, very good team so far tonight. Doing a good job with the selection. And
defense has always been excellent.
Turnaround shot for JT Toppin there, his second field. Hawkins, pick and roll, back to Toppin. Knocked away, got it back. Williams baseline for to shoot. McMillan's there to finish it.
There's no panic in this team, Texas Tech in the half.
Comes off of their drive action, 41.5 points per contest, 8th best in the country.
And Bradley, a big reason why. Williams kicks it out. 3 on the way from Anderson. Christian Anderson, a freshman who hit each of the last 2 games.
Well, these two teams just 2 of 11 from 3 here in the second half.
Williams, nice pass underneath, and the easy 2 for Federico, but Williams is down.
Assist on the first half. Feeds it down the top. Cross-court pass, dangerous. Hawkins this time will try it himself. His 3 is good. And he's even knocked to the floor. Got it with that big bear paw. 8 to shoot. Williams off the screen, jumps it off Federico, throws it down. They go up over the top. C.J. Jones misses the gimme. Williams in transition, kicks it back out. Hawkins, long distance 3, rolls it in to tie it up. What happened?
Threw it away. It's kept in bounds. Here come the Red Raiders. McMillan off the window. Smart play by Darrion.
Demons 1 for 5 from the floor. A couple of assists. And 4 points. Federico on the interior.
And that was a laser from the top of the key.
All pass offline for Traore. Here comes Darrion Williams. Into the corner. And another 3-ball for Hawkins. His 4th of the night.
Make some plays.
Did right there to keep it alive. Texas Tech facing its largest deficit. Hawkins, oh, got the friendly bounce. He can't miss. Williams passed it up to McMillan for the bucket. What vision by
Elijah Hawkins, the pass-first point guard, whips it to the left side. Darrion Williams goes back to him. Hawkins, deep 3, drains it.
4 guards basically around top.
Red Raiders have made 3 of their last 3 field goal attempts. From the corner, Hawkins going to dial again, knocks it down.
And so you have so much.
Thought better of it. Shot clock's at 5, crowd is engaged. Williams, floater, lob, bang! Federico comes down with it and crashes it home.
And let's see how they advance the ball up the floor quickly with the pass, and you have the numbers and the easy lay-in.
Federico finishes on top of Dawes, says have some.
He's a guy that can fill it up too. 5 double-figure scoring games off the bench.
But answering right back is Texas Tech. 5 on the shot clock. Williams with his left hand loses the basketball. Can Anderson bail out the Red Raiders? The freshman does.
And that's just bad luck right there. This scene, you got to get your feet set, go straight up and down, and really get back to solid fundamentals. It sounds like, 10-year-old basketball camp as Anderson hits a 3 right there. But it's the simple things.
Yeah.
It wasn't the big shot that got you going. It's just getting an easy one every once in a while. But he's a guy, once he makes 1 or 2, gets in rhythm, as Anderson is now.
Speaking of rhythm.
Road as Coach Johnny Dawkins is a little concerned of how his team might handle the pressure being on the road.
Toppin in transition. He puts it in against Chung.
How about that fast break? Get it off the glass.
On him. Darrion Williams, the lob. Federico, the finish.
Design play for the lob at the rim. He's disappointed in himself because he knows he's got to finish those.
Well, UCF was signaling like they wanted a review. Doesn't come. McMillan drills the triple. His first 3.
Into this zone. This is their game plan. Try to disrupt the offense and the flow of Texas Tech.
McMillan will disrupt the defense early on. Bombs away, 3-0 Red Raiders. State and Russell Springman slid over after 17 years coaching as an assistant at Texas. Federico, he's got 4 straight.
And one thing that you know about Coach McCaslin, at Baylor, we ran this zone that ORU is running. Sam Patterson put it in. Grant McCaslin knows how to beat this zone, get the ball to the middle, and let Darrion Williams decide where to go with the ball. Good and one right there by Chance.
Cross-court pass, Anderson. Wow, look at this tic-tac-toe passing from the Red Raiders. Chance McMillan! Flush!
And that right there is the perfect play.
As he remains on the floor, and the run will look to continue for Texas Tech. Federico underneath on Jones. Gets the basket and is fouled.
That's one thing Federico has gotten so in a sense, because they have to take care of the ball better moving forward.
Hands up, Harry, knocked away. Anderson. McMillan! The windmill layup off the glass in traffic. Makes it look... Hustle from Yalaho. Another opportunity. Hawkins. Splash!
Look at the hustle right.
Grant McCaslin's team here. They did so well last year. All Coach McCaslin has done as a head coach is win, and that's a reflection of the success and the learning and the maturation under a coach like Scott King. Don't lie to me. Tell me you knew that Moore had 17 points.
I knew that. I've been paying attention.
Federico to the rim, absorbs contact, hits it, and he'll go.
One of the best three-point shooters in the country. 5 on the shot clock for number 5. The lob, and somehow that goes in. I don't even know if that was off Federico's fingers. Differences in the first 20 minutes of this Lone Star State rivalry. Nice bounce pass. Yalaho finishes at the other end.
A broken play turned out.
Good hands by Hefner. Loose ball, but it's corralled by McMillan. 10 on the shot clock. The lob to Federico from D5, Darrion Williams. Now Williams, matchup nightmare. Out to McMillan for 3. Third triple of the afternoon. Texas Tech hasn't had a bucket in 3 minutes. Here's McMillan. Yes! A huge 3 by Chance McMillan.
Able to dribble, penetrate. They're running their offense about 30 feet from the basket. That's not going to be a good solution.
Federico right down Broadway. An easy one at the iron.
Really out in their face, active.
They're without JT Toppin, their leading scorer tonight. So far, so good. Corner 3 is money. And that's the freshman by 11. In no hurry. Double comes on Williams. McMillan gets the bounce.
You got to be careful with that because
scenario on a Friday, Saturday, but you needed to fill in, and you call your friends.
Christian Anderson is just in off the bench for the Red Raiders and throws in a
quality shooters on your team.
JT Toppin powering his way inside at the 6'3" guard. Hawkins has an open 3 out front, and he drains it.
Yeah, that's definitely something he's going to need to be able to.
Like 4 of 20 from 3 to 5 for 20. Texas Tech should say. McMillan spots up. There's an early 3 for Chance McMillan. Now 15.
Looks from definitely not them. They're good-looking people.
Wow.
What happened to you?
Thank you so much for that. Oh! Glad we can move on from this discussion now. JT Toppin a high. Averaging better than 25 rebounds and 3 assists per game for the Orange. Williams, Toppin, the late cut to grab the pass and score it.
I mean, does Williams have eyes in the back of his head?
But when he does shoot it, look out. Hawkins, maestro with the ball in his hands. McMillan passes up a 3 and floats in a 2.
And one of the most difficult shots.
Where only one time has his team not won 20, which was a North Texas team that then beat Purdue in an NCAA tournament game. Federico, the pit transfer finishes. Tech has been doing this without Hawkins for about 7.5 minutes. Anderson, Williams in control. Anderson Williams finds Toppin, 22 and 18.
The Golden Lions have run that play successfully.
And it's from the same spot.
Oh, somebody grabbed a net. Maybe offensive goal. Being back up in the field goal percentage overall at 48%. Not so good from outside the arc. McMillan's going to try it again, and he got that one.
Yeah, and you just wonder if Darrion Williams and Chance McMillan both had opportunities elsewhere, but chose to stay here, and Texas Tech be better off for it.
Well, there's an assist for D5. Devin Cambridge under.
So, you know, he's going to have to play understanding that a little bit, but I think he'll see a variety of things. And great high-low pass by Darrion Williams to Devin Cambridge. He's playing that gets you the ball, and in a variety of different ways. I think Cambridge is a bit tired, if we're being honest. Kevin Overton with the three, but I think Devin Cambridge.
Dynamo lost it there. Darrion Williams for the Red Raiders. Oh, no look past Devin Cambridge. How about that assist from D5?
That is just high. Us coming to your place and playing for a couple of times, and we'll exchange some guarantee money that way. And JT Toppin continues his work, but or
of himself on film.
That's exactly right. Hey, I know that.
Chance McMillan hits another three. 4 for 4 in the ball game.
You just Coach McCaslin does not want to see that deep penetration right there. A little frustrated with JT Toppin, but the jump hook on the other end, right there. We saw a lot of those jump.
Western State with a couple of new faces in their lineup after their season opening win over Dallas Christian. Oh, nice look inside Cambridge. D5 finds his teammate on the baseline and then on the shot clock for the Red Raiders, who lead by a pair. Darrion Williams trying to work his way inside. Cambridge has got a wide open three, and he got it. Red Raiders perfect long range. That's a bet, as I understand. JT Toppin back on for the Red Raiders. Nice pass from Darrion Williams. And there's the result.
Guy just been dominated by McNeese and Will Wade, the former LSU coach, in recent seasons. A great ball movement down low. Darrion Williams and Devin.
Free throw line jumper a little bit short. Toppin couldn't control it, but Darrion Williams ran it down in the corner, and now Chance. Long range three, 4th of the night for the Red Raiders. Mubaru's shot not good. Tapped around a bit, and Kerwin Walton comes out of there with it. Oh, Overton's got a wide open look in the corner right in front of that Red Raider bench. Does not go for Patterson.
Yeah, forced a bit, just trying to get himself going.
Kerwin Walton all alone in the corner. Darrion's got another assist.
I did a double take there. Like, who's the female in your life that, you know, affects you most? And then your heartache. And he's like, sometimes I've only known.
That ball just taken away from Chance McMillan, who got it back. Pass inside to Toppin. Was able to get up and score. Somebody had their hand on the rim, but Toppin's got.
They continue to compete, but Grant McCaslin's team will end up at 2-0 on the night.
How about another assist for D5?
He extends that run to 11-0 now. Red Raiders a bit disjointed with their lineup tonight. Don't really have a true point guard. And there's the feed from Darrion Williams to a newcomer in JT.
Millen now defends, three-pointer on the way. Doesn't go, and D5 clears for McCaslin's Red Raiders. Kerwin Walton's long-range guy in his first shot of the year is in the bottom of the net. Well, Kerwin Walton coming up. Not there. Chance McMillan way up to bring that rebound down. Now he'll get a chance. Got it. Red Raiders' 5th three-pointer of the early. Darrion Williams the rebound. Well, that's way out there, and it goes. Chance McMillan. Williams had an open look. Kerwin Walton, quick trigger, and he got it.
9th made three of the half. This bench, not a lot of extra bodies available tonight. There are some, but you've really just gone 7 deep tonight. And that's and Lionel Richie would be proud.
The Red Raiders do maintain control. Oh, Kerwin Walton steps back. Oh, got it. Another three. Kerwin Walton.
Protecting him so he doesn't get the third.
Well, the zone has been a big part of it. And where he's got to be careful is when he gets caught underneath. There he is getting the steal.
First turnover by 10.
Big man a little longer to get used to it, but talk to Coach Boyle. He says, hey, he's got an extra year of eligibility. We'd love to bring him back for a sixth season.
Darrion Williams has it poked away by Jop. Here's Casares from
that premieres on Father's Day on ESPN. It's kind of fitting Sean he's here on 3-1 today, considering his number was 31 for Kansas.
And you talk to anybody that played with him, I mean, you're talking large.
Tech leading by as many as 14 early in this second half. Darrion Williams along the baseline has it knocked away, and a steal for Kansas.
Anderson got bumped. Here's Williams. He's got the size on Reynolds. Inside feed. Federico lost it.
Great job, Dublin. They came over post to post, brought Malik Diallo.
Here's that double team again.
Yep.
Seeing this a lot.
Playing cat and mouse, then they commit.
And that's what they're looking for.
That's exactly what they're looking for. They want to keep you off balance out of these out-of-bounds plays under.
2.8. Williams will trigger the inbound. Goes to top and lost it. Diallo has it. He's just going to heave it. Why not?
I could actually become an NBA player.
Man, I mean, seeing Kenrich Williams make it after my sophomore year gave me a lot of hope. You know, the NBA was a far-fetched dream. I mean, even coming here to TCU.
2, and it's flat.
And I think Grant McCasland will take that offensively from Oklahoma State. Jumper from Usman.
Turnover, Red Raiders. That's their first. Turnovers. Extend ball sends us to the under 8 here in the first half. Williams, hard drive, and he throws it away. And that is the 5th Texas Tech turnover. Tech by 7.
They've really done a good job of keeping a cap on McMillan offensively. Texas Tech nearly burps it up again. And Williams saves it right back to Arizona State and staying in banana peel.
I mean, just the toughness they play with. Oh, that was a bad miscommunication. Williams had it ripped away by Bradley. What a play! The flip forward. Caleb Williams tried to bounce it to Toppin. That just wasn't a very good pass. Out of bounds, and it'll be Arizona ball. Williams goes baseline and just again threw it to nobody. But too many careless turnovers here for Tech. The last three-pointer gave Toppin 21 points, and the rebound gave him 10. Williams poked away.
And now Hawkins will slow it down. Williams like a Swiss Army knife for this offensive team, but he's caught 1,500 career rebounds. Now Williams met by O'Neal, and they call a jump ball. It'll be possession arrow to the Bears.
Toppin was so good. He was a force. If your guards are not getting it going, he was your bailout option.
Williams tried to force it inside to Federico and turned it over. Now Williams, can he handle the double team? He doesn't. He turns it over. Number 9 for the Red Raiders.
Scores. He get the first 2 from downtown to get Tech going. And Darrion Williams dribbled it off his foot to start the second half here. Williams going to work against Marcellus Avery. Now trying to find Federico, deflected and stolen by OSU. Brantley, the LaSalle.
Lost it. Threw it up kind of half-heartedly. Under 10 minutes to go here in the opening half. A wild alley-oop. Federico, no chance at that one. Positioning by 16 points against the previously in conference play undefeated Arizona team. Williams just lost the handle. Another turnover on Texas Tech, their 4th. Won 4 of their last 5. Cincinnati, they've won 2 in a row. Koshis got in the way of the pick and roll. Day Thomas now. Collide.
He just lets them play down here. And you can see they're free and they're confident and unselfish.
Williams threw it away. Lukosius up ahead. Jizzle James, the slam.
They're not on the same page right now.
Crowd has to be a factor, and keep in mind for Arizona, this is the first go-around as Williams is called for traveling. Playing in these kind of environments. In the Pac-12, you had this occasion.
Bramlage Coliseum. Kansas State now 3 for their last 3 from the field. But here is Williams with his game-high 10. Chopped away from behind. Gasson got a hand on it. 3-on-1 opportunity. Williams up top. Broken up again by Gasson. Austin. The stands. I'm wired as a parent. When I hear silence, that means something's wrong at the moment. Oh, yeah, that's a terrifying feeling. Right now, nothing wrong for Kansas State. Another stop. McDaniel gets behind the defense.
2 Sweet 16s in his first 3 years as a head coach in Ames for Iowa State. And already gritty at the start and in their road gold uniforms. Taman Lipsey controls. Williams lost it. Jones stole it away. And Curtis Jones. And to your point, Fran, this Iowa State team is plus when Curtis Jones has been on the floor in his 12 minutes. And if that's a foul, again, this time it's 66. 5 minutes to go. It's crunch time now in the Big 12.
Oh, good hands.
Stolen away by Gilbert.
Rebounder and shot blocker, the New Mexico transfer. 7 to shoot. Williams on the drive. And a turnover.
You see how important that defensive rebound is for the Red Raiders, limiting them to 1 shot.
Williams trying to find Federico, and a foul called.
Mental mistakes, the turnovers, the missed free throws, it'll be obvious to them what cost them tonight as they get ready for their next game.
Yeah, Atis.
You know, he says, and he's told me this before, he said, I like that part of it. So I want my team to play well, but if you're not, offensive foul right there.
Now that's an example of we've got a little extra time.
Let it be known that I did not bring that up.
Well, Coach McCaslin and his brother, they finally lost to their kids in pickleball over Christmas.
UCF was still able to pull out the lead, but they're going to really need him in the second half as Texas Tech's going to tighten their defense.
Williams gave it away. Now Chusai that we were away. They really wanted that offensive foul on Hall instead of Kevin Overton picking up his 3rd.
And then you come out of the timeout. You turn the basketball over.
Had everybody together in a practice healthy all season long. Rhythm is a word you hear a lot from Coach McCaslin as you see the first turnover from the Red Raiders tonight. His team races across half court and taps the brakes. Sets the table. Here is Darrion Williams. Loses his footing and a travel. 7th turnover.
Here's a catch and shoot 3, and it's blocked by Phelps. Loose ball. And Henry Coleman III on the deck to get it.
That's just when Texas had the ball. Look for him to get downhill and continuously make the right play.
Try to thread the needle. Here comes Hefner. Might have gotten away with a travel. This tech.
Extremely physical. Referee letting them play down low.
Oh, late offensive call. That's a push-off on Darrion Williams.
Gets 2.
Solo Washington has doubled his 3-pointers made this year with 2 today. Loose ball, Aggies got it, and they could regain the lead with a bucket. Thought he had some airspace. Now Hawkins back out to Williams. Williams lost the handle, and it was taken away by Carter.
The rotations on the defense.
Such an underrated point guard. Enright started all 33 games at Drake last year for a team that went 28-7. Off balance, a whistle. In the 2020 class, 7th ranked player in the state of Illinois by ESPN. And Williams lost the handle trying to back down his defender.
He lost his handle because try to turn your head as a defender. He's going to find that open man, whether it's in the paint or back out on the perimeter.
And he rarely turns it over. He was second in the Missouri Valley in assist turnover ratio last year.
Was up and gets that ball. Shot is no good. Red Raiders still have it. Here's Overton with the three, just short. And Darrion Williams had the rebound, had it taken away underneath. Three on the shot clock for the Red Raiders. Toppin took his eye off the ball on the pass from Darrion Williams and lost it. And on the other end, Toppin and Darrion Williams have 25 rebounds between that pair. Northern Colorado has 26 rebounds for the Red Raiders were trying to do on the previous trip down and didn't wind up with the right guy, and that might have been a travel by D5.
Yeah, it's an extra step.
Not in the NBA, but in college. Defended by Nesbitt. Now Darrion Williams trying to back down inside, had the ball slapped away. Newton controls. Turnover, Red Raiders. Red Raiders in this ball game shooting 59%. D5's in double figures. He threw that ball away. Wanted to go inside. It's Akbim who took it away.
All and insert Devin Cambridge into the lineup. But going to leave Federico out there with the 4 fouls.
Patterson took it away from D5, and now McMillan's got the basketball.
I think he might be on a scouting report or two outside the arc.
Yeah, I would think so. Darrion Williams got sandwiched inside and had it taken away. Sanders comes away with the
lies on. Coach Cabrera's team is battling here.
D5 threw that one away over the head of Toppin. Turnover, Red Raiders. Jay Holyfield, Jamias Ramsey, and Davide Moretti.
I certainly will.
Look out. Oh, just out of the reach of Devin Cambridge.
Yeah, Darrion Williams trying to.
Out, and Baylor controls. Jalen Celestine, a nice move on the baseline.
First point days in the Big 12 in a long period of time.
6-0 run out of the locker room for Texas Tech. Ronseek switches hands in midair and finishes off the window.
Well, he's already got one offensive foul.
And he might get Joey McGuire's attention if he keeps it up. Ronseek finds a way to get it to fall.
The footwork.
KJ Adams Jr. misses the pull-up, and the rebound pulled down by Darrion Williams for the
early drags here. This is what gets TCU going, gets the game in rotation.
Wenzel traveled.
12 of the 21 points for Texas Tech have come in the paint and early going. Ali, contested triple, knocks down his second.
Sanders always got his head up. I love that.
Freeman, how about the cat-like crossover right to the cup? He lost Williams.
The post couldn't do it. Caleb Love finds his teammate Bradley. Bryant on the baseline, elevates, no good. Tech didn't really shoot the ball all that well.
Celeste Main's in it, down by just one. Trying to snap Houston's 33-game home win streak. And now they have a chance to regain the lead.
Now Oklahoma State coming off the loss to Arizona on Tuesday. Robert Jennings II, the former Red Raider, going to make some noise. They're going to beat some people along the way. Oklahoma State. 5 to shoot here. Jennings lost the handle. Jennings, the former Red Raider, walled off by Williams, and Jennings way off.
And perfectly.
Keller able to regather. And Thompson with the friendly bounce.
A little bit guarding top.
Dago, who did not participate in shoot-around today, was dealing with some lingering issues in the starting lineup as top
transition. Bryant on the cut, goes strong to the goal and lays it home.
Well, that's what we were talking about. A young factor in the first half passing. It's his scoring in the second half. He's got 7 now.
Lewis into the lane, a little off balance, couldn't keep that pivot foot.
Short roll, that means you look for the ball early on that pick and roll. Josh Jefferson can't get his first bucket to go. Jones, they're looking for him. Gives it up to Jefferson. Left hand, no. And no whistle.
With all the injuries that popped up through the non-conference. Hall the kick. Catchings on the attack again, and he draws the foul. Demon, the freshman from Russia, future lottery pick, 7 points, 5 assists, Catchings, another star freshman.
Country, and they double teamed on him, and then I got an open look. But no, it wasn't big shots. It was more of the simple things.
Yeah.
It wasn't the big shot that got you going. It's just getting.
Team Big 12. Ivy Curry shut off. Coleman with 5. And Coleman floats it in.
Well, you can see what Chance McMillan, one of the top 3-point shooters in the country, a second in the nation, and he shot that one a little further out than I probably would like for his first attempt.
Basketball. Here is McBride. Wow, how about that pass? Whips it over to Moore. 2 on the shot clock. Double clutch, gets it off. JoJo Moore is saying, hey.
Hefner. Now Washington takes it inside. It's out of bounds. Texas Tech out.
Ends a 9-0 DePaul run. Enright turning the corner. Sweeping scooper.
Texas Tech pretty good in that fast break scenario as well.
Here's McCreary again, just off the mark, but underneath Shield. Banker red hot for the Bears.
Shot attempt here. I'm talking about a Texas Tech team coming into yesterday's game averaging 93.5 points per game. Struggled to find the three.
Mitch couldn't follow it. He somehow comes away with it. Moore on the drive, stripped and fouled. Petar Mastorovich
Suddenly 1 rebound away from a double-double with nearly a whole half to play.
Nesbitt trying to drive inside. There's the double-double. Red Raiders at the free throw line, just 3 of 6 in the ball game. This is a team that led the Big 12 in free throw shooting a year ago.
Which is next Wednesday versus Wyoming.
Yeah, no Elijah Hawkins, no Christian Anderson for the Red Raiders, and no EY.
And no Emily Alaho. Literally the story on this night for Texas Tech.
At 19 in the opener, 25 tonight. Thomas, jumper, good.
One of the thoughts in the offseason for Grant McCasland was more depth, more pieces. We want to be fresher. We want to play more guys. And then here you start out.
20.5 points per game in his last 5. Shooting 73%.
Elijah Malone has the feathery touch and shows it off there.
I love that little final game as a senior. Final home game, excuse me.
Joe fading away. Wow, that looked good. The little spin around, Tim Duncan-esque.
As did Grant McCasland, Texas Tech head coach at shoot-around. They wanted to make Javon Small a passer. Trying to hook it inside, an easy steal.
He goes to work. 3 on the shot clock. On Williams, in trouble, gets it off in time. Gets rim. Punch over Williams. Trying to get the bounce, does not. Second chance.
Per contest. 8 on the shot for Oklahoma State. Avery trying to get involved, goes right at Williams and scores.
Speaking of matchups, Steve.
Here's Rob Wright. Norchad Omier was questionable to start this game with a right knee injury. His first shot off the mark and the first rebound for JT.
Versus Baylor. In the second half, Baylor has won on the offensive rebounding glass, 9-4. And you can tell the message was received. Williams able to bump you off at the last minute. Tough shot.
Roberts. No.
Course of a 40-minute game.
Houston's average margin of victory during their 13-game win streak, 21 points. Now Jake Pryor's been quiet despite leading the Cougs with 22. Tugler lost it. Here's Cryer with it.
Today to be the day he gets going again on the offensive four.
You see the Oklahoma State lineup. Bryce Thompson on a heater coming in. 15 plus each of the last few.
So many weapons. I mean, they are so effective together.
That early in the clock.
Quick possessions for a Texas Tech offense that averages 83 points per game. And a foul as Dylan Mitchell was going up for the
Possession. Townsend, the transfer from Oakland, where he was the Horizon League Player of the Year, is fouled. They're going to say in the act of shooting. That's 3.
Raiders. Hassan has to do something with it. Gasson, 1 to shoot. Will he beat the clock? It's going to be short and a shot clock violation. Gasson out to McDaniel. It's Hawkins. Hawkins this time muscling down low, and it just lifts out. Not 8 assists for Hawkins. And Kansas State now over their last 4. Now it's up to Coleman. Hawkins, the pirouette, and gets the friendly home court bounce. With 2 of those teams in the top 10, they've got a couple of horses in the race for the national championship.
What the SEC did in non-conference play was otherworldly. We may never see that type of live. You can't rebound it, tip it out.
Hawkins, 5 to shoot, baseline fade away. That's a thing of beauty.
Golds with the basketball. Going inside, trying to get that 4th foul on Williams. Nice pass. Oh. Now Jefferson again turns to his right and gets it to go. That's good coaching right there. Here's Jefferson working on Williams. Williams held his ground. So they have Jefferson triggering the inbound. 8.4 on the clock. Back into Jefferson. Blocked from behind, but a foul is called. Under 10 to shoot. Foose with the footwork and the bucket. That was great defense.
Sheriff Jones pumps it into the corner. Here's Lohner probing, working on Williams. Off the heel, no good. That's what UCF.
Biden him, but they're getting great contributions defensively. They're shutting this Texas Tech team down. It averages 81 points a game. They shoot 51%.
Creary is back in the ball game for Steve Smiley in the lane. Took Darrion Williams down low and scores over.
And Bell with Freeman, one of the top freshman recruits in the country, and Lampkin. And here is Donnie Freeman against the much older Darrion Williams. Williams played a nice all-around game yet.
Raiders at that time coached by Bob Knight. More into the lane. Here's Dante Sawyer. Fade away from the free throw line, and he got it over Darrion Williams.
This year, Darrion Williams for the first couple of games, Elijah Hawkins going to work tonight.
Ugasa blocked by Federico, but he'll be whistled.
JT Toppin in that zone defense should be able to go to work in the paint as a playmaker. But Devin Cambridge from the corner is certainly good as well.
Around the rim. He's got 8 here in the early going. Patterson still trying to get on the scoreboard for Northwestern State. Jumper over Darrion Williams is not good. Williams Raiders by 15 here after that 9-0 run certainly helped. And that free throw actually makes it a 10-0 run. It was the first non-3-pointer in that.
Today knocking down 18 for Kevin Young.
5 on the shot clock. North Shadow Mirror, and a foul as Jason Asamoah, the freshman.
Larger than life, not just on the court, but off of it.
Flory Badunga, and a foul will get the freshman to the line for the Kansas Jets. Approaching the midway point of half number 2.
Oh, good back cut.
And just out of the reach.
Good back, then the one extra pass.
The ball movement inside. Dickinson missing the floater. And a foul. It's on Adams.
The shot clock.
11 rebounds now for Adams. Here's Adams inside. And KJ Adams banks it in. And the Texas Tech lead.
Trying to get Bryce Thompson involved. Backdoor Jennings contested. And a whistle and a foul called on, I believe, Williams. And that would be number 3.
It's a game that really matters in the standings, potentially seeding in the NCAA tournament. Lewis dribbled it off his foot, and then it went off of Bryant out of bounds.
Now Rob Wright, who has shown so brightly in the second half in the last 2 games. Amir misses at close range. Practice an easy 2.
He means so much. He's been in so many big games.
Roberts to Arsenault. Another circus 2 by 23 in blue. Roberts kicks it out. 4 on the shot clock. Wilson back to Roberts for 2. Houston back on top.
Devontae Davis, the fifth-year senior, transfer from Arkansas, 4-year starter with the Hogs out there. And a lot.
That is the difference between the Big 12 and what the Pac-12 was. And you're seeing it even in the Big 10 for teams like UCLA.
Nice pass by Caleb Love. They would. Lewis penetrating deep, bounce underneath to Bryant, and Bryant is fouled.
First paint touch came from KJ Lewis. The second.
Scored 11, but it was on 16 shots. So good to see him get going if you're a Red Raider fan.
Mike Sheriff Johnson. We see right there Utah sharing the ball. That's why they're ranked #1 in the
17-footer. And you'll see Grant McCaslin tonight move him all over the floor and get him his touches.
Sheriff Johnson pumps the brakes, puts it in drive, and drops it off for Loner. 2 more for the big fella.
Big, but they've got versatile lineups they can throw at you when Federico was in there.
Ooh, Dawes was sizing up the rim. Williams poked it away. Utes can't take advantage, but another opportunity comes. Oh, the no look from Mike Shrive-Jumps.
Tip for tech.
Erickson hit 3 3-pointers against Baylor. One of the lone bright spots misses. Dawes with an offensive board. Maybe 1 pass too many from the Utes. Shrive-Jumps drops it off. Loner tries to get physical and aggressive. Can't do it as Denats.
9-0 run for the Red Raiders. UCF hasn't scored in 2 minutes. Williams fumbled the lob by
the score. They trail by 4. Enright, pocket pass underneath, and an easy one for Skogman at the iron.
O'Connor
In the first half. Blocker, Jets baseline, and Gunn finishes at the iron using the window.
Hit some early, but they've gone cold from outside that 3-point arc. Tried to run the back door again, but threw it away. Darrion Williams comes.
You just only have so many opportunities in the non-conference to get one of those quad 1 wins or quad 2 wins, if you will.
Nice play as Buga looks inside. Trying to get on the board when misses a pair of free throws, but the Cowboys come down with a loose ball. It's tipped away.
For their last 5 shots, understands that you can play really good in a game like this and still lose, but now they are 5 of their last 6.
Defended by D5 out front. Great pass inside. Ward on the drop, and it finally goes. Just set up there. Oh, nice look in the pass to Ruzan, but he can't finish inside. Darrion Williams.
Every right to say, why isn't Javon Small on this list? And your reason is why?
To me, he hasn't won enough. I mean, early on in the season, they were winning more. They were top 25, but
that's nothing new from him. Yakumovsky with the opportunity, tees it up, sticks the 3.
I was just zigzagging into the lane. Harris. KJ Adams Jr. gets to the bucket, and we've got a 3-point game. 14 for
to the paint for either shots like that or kickouts.
TCU has struggled offensively on the season. One of the lowest scoring teams in the Big 12, and a second.
JT Toppin inside, hoping for some foul trouble.
Step back from Dean, and the rebound Texas Tech. And there's some Kevin Bacon to this. I think he's one of the most underrated point guards in the country. Thompson rises up, and he draws a foul.
On their feet here in Lubbock. Freeman draws 2, ripped away.
It hasn't been only him, but it's really kind of taken him out these first 5 minutes. Love driving, had it stripped away.
Now it's the veteran Roach. Tough two, no good. And Anderson comes away with it, and he leads.
Position against Toppin. Sets the screen for Thompson, and Bryce Thompson banks it in.
That is the difference.
What Grant McCaslin told us about changing speeds. He was fast early. That time he changed speed, used a burst to create space.
Foul called on Toppin before the block.
Hawkins wants another one. Skips off the rim, offensive rebound.
I think Chance is forcing them.
Gilbert, never shy. Misses that one, another rebound for Top.
Paul on the drive, met by Toppin. Swatted by Darrion Williams, out of bounds.
Helps the transfer from SMU. Solomon Washington.
Closing in on 2 to play. A 6-point Texas Tech lead. The Red Raiders out of the Big 12. The Orange out of the ACC. Mastorovich couldn't follow.
I mean, that was just such a strong upper body frame that could finish through the chest of any opponent defensively.
Reynolds gets a step and gets to the line.
Scotty Abube back on for Sundance Wicks team. Step back by Agbem, in and out, no good. Abube
in from Natchitoches, Louisiana.
Chris, you love to talk about that and the fact that that's home to the famous meat.
Jumps so high, he's going to throw that ball down into the basket.
Only player in the game in double figures with 16. There's Patterson. Nice move there. 3 fouls. It's still 17 plus minutes to play in the ball game. Thomas, great quickness. He got inside. He ran into his team.
Into 3 tonight. You know, he was 33% at Arizona State 2 years ago. So he's more than capable. Kevin Overton, I think in the mid.
Getting inside. And the fadeaway short from Jeremy Roach. And bursting up the floor.
Down by Sanek. And Jihad Dallas native JT Toppin. Mason working on a hopper, Darrion Williams.
It's an 18-point lead for the Red Raiders here on the road. Avery forces one around and out.
Mason working, dumps it off to Jihad on the dribble. It didn't look like it was touched. 7 to shoot. Jihad nearly goes glass from up top. Bring it back out of the backcourt, but shot clock at 8. Freeman sizes up Williams.
8-minute open. Man, did we cover some ground. Vesar, they left him open, so he'll shoot the 3. He's doing it all.
Bears actually outscored Texas Tech in the second half, but they are still down 7. O'Meara got the rebound. Pryor blocked from behind. The double team. That looks like Houston's defense. Step back from Wilson. Off the back iron.
Can knock it down when the game is on the line.
Thought it was a 3, they called it a 2. So it's a 1-point game. And Roberts goes to work again, and this time...
Screen for Love. Now Vesar in the post up, not there, so Townsend drives, and against the double team, missed it, got it back, missed again. Good.
The second half. 8 to shoot for Coleman Hawkins, this time working against Williams. Hawkins, pump fake, right at the rim, and skips off.
Here's Hall, the transfer from George Mason, a mismatched player at 6'7", and Hall banks it home against Williams.
Oh, beautiful drive with Hall.
And finds Hall, 10 to shoot against Darrion Williams. Fun matchup here. And Hall off the spin, puts it in. First man at double. By the way, Chum playing through the 3 personal fouls as well. Johnson on the attack.
Johnson, one of the small.
Bell got cut off. Donnie Freeman, the freshman, did not score in the first half. And Freeman is fouled by Williams here. A quick third. 7-point game, minute to go. Need a quick basket right now if you're Syracuse. Starling hangs and is hit.
On the break and just come up empty. Again, can't have those opportunities pass you by against better teams.
Dumont.
Chance McMillan, much like Darrion Williams, just stays within himself. Doesn't try to force it.
That ball still.
10 on the timer. Jihad blocked by Toppin, his second swat of the night.
Adams into paint. 12 for KJ Adams.
Everything in
to help you get better.
I would say probably it might not be word for word, but the hungriest dog eats. Yeah. You know, whoever's working the hardest.
On curls, and McMillan is as good a curler as they have.
And here is White, who's had a hot start. Great first half, cannot connect. Williams with the rebound.
KJ Lewis back in the game. Lewis drives, swatted. And they called out a foul? KJ Lewis. Tough contested jump shot, perfect.
You could say that second effort is the key, and on that play, that's what it was. Frederick kind of watched that ball come off the rim, and Texas Tech attacked.
Right.
Hall turning the corner, and he puts it in.
Trusted by Coach McCaslin, and he gets a lot of minutes early in the basketball game. Result.
Hall again on the take, and Hall puts it home. So back-to-back bucket.
Grant McCaslin at his practices at the end when his team lines up to shoot free throws, he calls it the go win the game drill.
Yeah. And they have
9 on the shot clock. Hawthorne steps back. Three-pointer is good.
Championship game here at the Legends Classic. 2 close games yesterday. Looks like another close one coming here. Freeman absorbs the contact. Cannot finish this time. Nestorovich. Little 2-man game with Elijah Moore here. Moore gets to the hoop, flips it home. Moore and Nestorovich.
12 of them are 3-point attempts. Trying to shoot Arkansas Pine Bluff out of that zone. Nice drive inside by Dumont.
Against St. Joe's and then either Syracuse or Texas, and you only have so many of those in the non-conference.
Freeman looking for a spot, left it for Ward on the drive, and he's fouled again.
Colorado will not go away. So much fight in this team. Turnover. 6 of the game for the
head coach at shoot around. They wanted to make Javon Small a passer. Trying to hook it inside, an easy steal for Williams. Fueling the break.
TCU has struggled offensively on the season. One of the lowest scoring teams in the Big 12, and a second turnover early for the Frogs. Let careless
poor
pass.
Decision.
Darrion Williams taking it in transition.
And now there's 8 seconds on the shot clock, and they're way out near the logo. Williams with the steal. 12th Oklahoma State turnover. Anderson.
Freeman draws 2, ripped away.
Him out these first 5 minutes. Love driving, had it stripped away. Williams, nobody ever picked him up, so he took. Arizona being very physical in the paint. Bad pass from Lewis. Williams was there to intercept it. McMillan, they've cut him off. He has not had it.
This team's got versatility. I mean, just the toughness they play with.
Oh, that was a bad miscommunication. Williams had it ripped away by Brown.
Stolen away by Uzan. And a scramble for the loose ball. And they're going to call a jump ball, and it'll be possession arrow. Offensive rebound by Roberts. What a monster on the glass. A jump ball. It's going to be Texas Tech basketball.
And that right.
Houston's average margin of victory during their 13-game win streak, 21 points. Right now, they're up 5 on Texas Tech with under 5.
Going again on the offensive 4. You see the Oklahoma State lineup. Bryce Thompson on a heater coming in. 15 plus each of the last 4. A strip, a steal for Texas Tech and Hawkins. So many weapons. I mean, they are so effective together offensively. And now a steal. Williams on the break. Devontae Davis, the 5th-year senior, transfer from Arkansas, 4-year starter with the Hogs out there. And a lob taken away by Darrion Williams in a frustration foul.
Steele has to do something with it. Gets it over to Coleman Hawkins. He's got the size advantage, but he's in deep waters. Deflected by Williams. It's Christian Anderson that nearly had a breakaway.
Going inside, trying to get that 4th foul on Williams.
And it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow to Tech. Going to sit down and lock in, set the tone for the rest of the team.
All pass offline for Traore. Here comes Darrion Williams into the corner. Texas Tech matching its largest lead by either team tonight. Saunders in a crowd. It's a tie-up, and we're heading.
They're getting 2 early fouls. Turnover, 2nd of the night for the Utes. Hit 3 3-pointers against Baylor. One of the lone bright spots misses. Dawes with an offensive board. Maybe 1 pass too many from the Utes this time. Hawkins spins across half court.
And then I got an open look. But no, it wasn't big shots. It was more of the simple things.
Yeah.
It wasn't the big shot that got you going. It's just getting an easy one every once in a while. But he's a guy, once he makes one.
Johnson deflected and stolen by Williams. Hawkins back to 9-0 run for the Red Raiders. UCF hasn't scored in 2 minutes. Williams fumbled the lob by Sellers. Williams in transition.
Jones, here he is starting out the 2nd half with 2 fouls. Gets it out to Robinson, who goes back to Jones, who dribbles off his foot.
It was great outside defense right there. Jones had a wide open
with an injury. Another big man that went down early. Fighting through injuries, and right now a very difficult Texas Tech team. The Golden Eagles having trouble. Hawkins.
In actions, if you take away their first options, they're going to quickly move to their secondary options.
Williams jumps in a passing lane. This could be showtime. Then he's fouled. Team meeting with a room full of ghosts.
We had 4 or 5. I think that's scary enough.
Quick hands from Williams.
And moving without the basketball, old school wise.
A deflection and a Williams steal. 2-on-1. Late whistle.
But Northern Colorado at 26%. Reynolds had that pass deflected when he drove into the lane.
Somebody going to get a hand up.
Starling throws it away. Miscommunication with Lampkin. Here's the run out. And there's a foul.
Early, but they've gone cold from outside that 3-point arc. Trying to run the back door again, but threw it away. Darrion Williams comes up with the loose basketball. Here's Devin Cambridge, fouled on the way to the rack. Koyanets out of Lithuania, and Tuukka Tainamo from Finland. Dynamo lost it there. Darrion Williams for the Red Raiders. Oh, no look pass down to get on the board when misses a pair of free throws, but the Cowboys come down with a loose ball. It's tipped away, and here's Hawkins.
Trying to get all this figured out before a big trip to Brooklyn next week, before you take on St. Joe's and then either Syracuse or Texas.
Red Raiders just took that basketball away from Agbim, and Williams scores after the takeaway. Trying to double team him again, and this time a jump ball called, and Allen comes up and
Millen, much like Darrion Williams, just stays within himself. Doesn't try to force it.
That ball stolen away by Darrion Williams, and now bodies are on the floor.
It's easier for Williams to bang against Rylan Griffin in that position than it is KJ Adams.
And Griffin hangs, looking for contact. The hustle by KJ Adams keeps it alive for the Jayhawks.
No Grant McCaslin on the sideline, and there is no JT Toppin in the lineup. Both got ejected with fewer than 5 minutes gone by in the first half.
But one thing that you have learned, though,
Cryer blocked from behind. Dean now for McMillan. LJ Cryer's been quiet despite leading the Cougs with 22. Tugler lost it. Here's Cryer with 8 on the shot clock.
Grant's oldest son, but no, there was definitely some disappointment.
Well, the best part about it was he brought it up to us, and I don't care what kind of parent you are or whatever. He is a competitor.
Paul on the drive, met by Toppin, swatted by Darrion Williams, out of bounds with 6 to shoot.
Oh, no. 34. And after that. And this is what you want to see out of your team, though. You want to see them still compete at a high level, still play the same way that got them the lead. They're hustling.
Here comes Hefner. Might have gotten away with the travel. Offensive rebound, Washington. Who wants it? The 50-50 ball goes to Texas Tech. Half. Here's Obaseki. In and out. Washington, another offensive rebound for the Aggies. Left-hand layup, no good from Taylor. Saved again by A&M.
Happiest Philly basketball team right now is on the court right here. Not Villanova.
Wow.
Not the Sixers. It's St. Joe's.
What a slight.
Just being honest. Facts only, Jay.
Very clean with how it's been played so far.
Jalen Celestine. And the offensive Hubbard Wright tries to turn the corner. The kick out, Jaden Nunn. 3. No timeouts for Baylor.
And this is a team that has been beset and beleaguered by injuries and others. First shot of the game,
Okay, because the footwork by these Red Raiders down on that low block and in that paint is absolutely fantastic.
Sebastian Ronsiek misses everything. The program at Allen Fieldhouse, just a sign of where things are right now for this Red Raider program. Ronsiek from deep, draws iron. Board is ripped by J.
His production continues to go up. This ball trickles out to DeJuan Harris. KJ Adams from the high post.
And it's right around the rim. Harris, a 3. Fight for the rebound.
Into the basket. Big boost for this Texas Tech team coming off the bench.
West Virginia can't reclaim the lead. Texas Tech. Palms adjusted tempo. That's possessions per 40 minutes. From the top, Harris a 3, around and out, and Toppin claims it.
No free throws in this game yet. Punch wants another 3, missed everything. A good pass to Uday. That's what 31 points per game over the previous 3. That's his first bucket of the night. Posey, a long one, rattles out. Little man getting up for the board.
He'll be 20 in his 2 years, not quite 2 years at Tech. In league play, James, he'll be 22 and 10 in the Big 12.
Past the first test, though, on the defensive side. Caleb Love curling around. And the pass in the corner. On the way. No good. Well, the three-pointer does his night. Got to get a shot off. Lewis, I think he did. No, but Arizona got the rebound. Love tries the three. Air ball.
Here's Rob Wright. He leads the Bears with 10. O'Meara for three. Short.
Finished the last 5 games. That is what has made the biggest improvement. His ability to get his feet set and knock it down from deep, something he wasn't doing early on in the season.
Has shot it much better, more McMillan-like.
Jennings trying his hand at a three. He's only hit 5 of them all. His offensive efficiency metric. They rank best in the Big 12 in that category. Here's Thompson from the outside. Left it short. Usman, the offense.
Texas Tech 12 for 27 from 3. Betsy, the freshman, hasn't played all game. Comes in, gets
The defender off his feet. Good recovery by Texas Tech defensively. Love for three, no good. Awaka offensive rebound.
See how that ball goes side to side. Both teams play this way. Heisey for three, short. And Toppin saddled with 4 fouls. I think the score will indicate when he comes back. If the Clones get on a run, you'll see him quickly. That one off the mark. Clear.
Texas Tech will go on the road to Manhattan to take Kansas State on. Coming up next. Air ball by Heisey.
Nearly been decided. You want to see what you're going to get from players 7 through 10 if you can get them out there.
Mag, too strong. Play just 6 minutes.
Yeah, you're like a race car ready to get out and run, but you see that 2-3 zone, you got to be cerebral.
Demon the extra pass. 3 ball from Hall in and out.
Way he sees the game. That's what's rare about him. At his height, he's a pass-first player, but he's got the skill set. But he knows where everybody is, and if you're
baptized. Traore back on the floor for BYU. Demon out to Mag for the three. Now Saunders trying to turn against McMillan. Hall left open. Offensive rebound.
A little bit of space.
And that's despite BYU shooting 2 of 16 from 3 tonight. Mag, right on cue. There's a trip. It's more than 17,000 here at the Marriott Center. Hall, open look for Mag. K to the off.
That is Gabe Madsen, or check that, Mason Madsen in the corner for Lohner. Lohner feeling it, heat check off the side of the back. Schraub jumps, loses the handle. Lohner into the stands and saves it. Utes can't take advantage, but another opportunity.
Toppin's just back after a couple of games, and he really hasn't been a factor offensively tonight. He doesn't need to be. His presence out there alone, allows other guys to.
Waleed, clean look. It's been all Texas Tech in the second half. Keanu Dawes from the corner.
Chom against Toppin. Now Hall from the outside. A swish, and the 4th 3 of the game.
Shot clock running out again. Long 3 from Robinson. Catches iron, out of bounds uniform. Wearing it like a loose shirt. Allen into the lane. Kicks it out. Long 3 from Rosario, no good. Anderson skies for the ball.
Solomon Washington grabs the offensive rebound. But Wade Taylor can't convert it into points, and that
A&M has done a good job of running them off of the line. They're not allowing Tech to get some clean threes, but also, if you notice, whenever Hawkins comes off of the ball screen, A&M's hands automatically find him. He threw it on time, on target, in his numbers for an easy 3.
corner 3, Washington again. Are you kidding me?
Negative about him, but he just lets the game come to him and waits for the defense to make a mistake.
Long skip pass in a corner 3 is down. First point.
Tim does, and we talked about it before.
he gets in a one-on-one opportunity, he is a really good off the bounce.
Quick rise three, short.
Dreary misses a three around JT Toppin. Shields the offensive rebound for Northern Colorado, and Hawthorne's got another open three. Left that one a bit short, but another
on this Red Raider team.
So D5 just gets wherever he wants to go on the court, very methodical.
Rasheer Fleming strokes the three for St. Joe's. Peace Week beginning today. So much great basketball happening right now. Simpson. Not quite. Starting guards all on the floor. Simpson, Brown, and Reynolds. It's Anthony Finkley, though, with the... Here's Reynolds, who's been awesome. Ajabor again. It's Finkley! Yes, sir!
Oh! And then rest for a second. But he wants to make sure that they, make the easy play. You don't have to hit the home run. So maybe Hawkins, great delivery. Big time assist right there by Mr. Hawkins.
Three on the way is not good for Dumont.
Dropping in there for Texas Tech. It's a good clean look, and too many good shooters for those to keep missing. Usually it's the way it works, but sometimes the misses are.
Coached there as well.
He's made a life around basketball. I mean, that's what he's been